Chapter 5, Section 7, Extension Problem 1. We don't actually have a Chapter 5, Section 7, but if you take a look in the textbook, there is a Chapter 5, Section 7, and what it is it is a mixed up group of problems that takes everything we learned from 5.4 GCFs and factoring by grouping, 5.5 factoring trinomials, 5.6 special factoring formulas, and it puts them all together. We're going to take a look at some examples of what can happen with factoring. So the first thing here is I see it's a binomial. It might be a difference of squares because that's a perfect square, but these aren't. But we always go back, and the first thing we want to check is the first thing we taught you, 5.4 GCF. They both can divide by 2, so I'm going to factor on the 2, and I get x to the 4th minus 16, and I say, hey, now that is a difference of squares. So we're going to factor that into our double parentheses. X to the 4th will break up into x squared and x squared. 16 will break up into 4 times 4 with 1 plus and 1 minus. But wait, there's more. This is another difference of squares. This is a sum of squares, and it will not break up, and that will cause problems because some people will try and break it up, especially in chapter 6, next chapter. So this can't break up, and this is a difference of squares. So we're going to break it up into its double parentheses, x and x. 4 breaks up as 2 and 2, and 1 positive and 1 negative. That is as far as it goes. But take a look at that. How many different ways we can factor that. I'm going to make this look more like a 2 since I kind of scrunched over it with the box. Chapter 5, Section 7, Extension Problem 2. Factor the perimeter or area. If you remember, back in 5.1, adding and subtracting things, we added the perimeter. So, one of the ways we did adding the perimeter was we stacked them on top of each other. And we're going to add them all together. That's negative 6. That's 5x. That is 6x squared. Remember that since we can't actually carry things over, we can start from the left or we can start from the right. It doesn't matter. Now, this says factor the perimeter area. I could check using that b squared minus 4ac to see if it factors, but let me tell you, it's going to factor because it says to factor it. So, I'm going to take this. I'm going to use my snowflake method. A, B, C, if it helps you. A is 6. B is 5, C is negative 6. And it makes it as easy as A, B, C. A times C is negative 36. B is 5. We need to figure out which pair of numbers multiplies to give me negative 36 and adds to give me 5. Because this is negative, one of them has to be negative. So those numbers are 9 and 4. To get a positive 5, I need a positive 9 and a negative 4. Then I need A on the top, which is 6. Can I reduce? Absolutely. I'm dividing by 3. I will get 2 and 3. Dividing by 2, I will get 3 and negative 2. Remember, this negative will have to stay on the bottom. And we're reading it going down. 2 and 3 gives me 2x plus 3. Double check. It had x before we did this factoring. It has x after we did the factoring. We, as your loving yet evil math teachers, will actually change that around because we can. We could have all these with, instead of x, we could have y's, we could have a's. All kinds of letters. 3 and negative 2 is going to give me 3x minus 2. If you'd like to, you can double check your math to make sure that that comes out. This is a perimeter. Now, let's think about it. If it was a volume, you would get units cubed because it's 3-dimensional. If it's an area, you'd get units squared because it's 2-dimensional. A perimeter is anything else, so it would have units regular. We haven't been supplied with the units like meters, feet, anything like that, so we would then have units regular. Some students are going to put brackets around that. That is totally fine. I am also okay with this because it's all being multiplied together, and that is its factored form. Chapter 5, Section 7, Extension Problem 3. Factor the perimeter or area. We did this, but let's take a look at this. This, we again have big picture minus little picture equals the shaded region with the hole cut out. The big picture, length times width, is x to the 4th, but you'll see that that got squared because they're exactly the same. And we have to subtract out the little picture. It's a little hard to read without using your lecture notes. Those are 9s, so this is 9 squared. And I don't know if you remember, but this is a difference of squares. A difference of squares means we can factor that. Double parentheses, x to the 4th squared will break up as x to the 4th and x to the 4th. 9 squared will break up as 9 times 9. Difference of squares means one's positive and one's negative. But wait, there's more. I see another difference of squares. So this is a sum of squares. You can't break that up. That's going to affect us in Chapter 6, Section 1. At very least, we'll be seeing that again. X to the 4th will break up into x squared and x squared. 9 will break up into 3 and 3. Because this is minus, you'll have one positive and one negative. Then we double check. Can we do this again? If that had been a 4, you could have done it one more time. But that's as far as we can go. We have to label it because it is a picture problem. It's an area. So area is going to get an A equals, and let's think about this. A volume gets units cubed because it's 3-dimensional, and area is units squared because it's 2-dimensional, and everything else is units regular. This is an area, so it's going to get units squared. We weren't given a unit, so we just put units squared. Whee! Boxing the